Welcome to Empower Women at Work Part 3 with GINA ILARDE, Making Crossroad Choices and Affirming Purpose. So far, GINA had shared her first two crossroads. Crossroad 1 was when she shifted from engineering to HR career, while Crossroad 2 was when she discerned between staying in corporate life or being a stay-at-home mom with the possibility of going into her own business. In Part 3, we will look into Gina's third major crossroad choices as owner of several businesses, where she shared her key insights and lessons from her choices and entrepreneurial experiences, especially her business failures. What happened to Gina after she decided to take a leap of faith to leave her corporate career?
And so I decided to entertain the thought of having my own business. That was part of the 5 years plan that we have crafted together. So, and because of the years of preparation, the 3 years of preparation, I was ready to do that. And I decided to have my own business. So I started several businesses in the Philippines. And very shortly, I realized that starting your own business is totally a different ballgame. I was so naive to think that my 18 years of corporate experience in operations and management in different countries in the region, I thought that would be enough to navigate the world of business. But I couldn't be more wrong. Putting up and running, back then I have a spa. I have a laundry business, and together with a group of friends, we rented several story building in Quezon City, commercial building, and we sublease it for another purpose. So I was running these 3 different businesses.
Wow. Amazing again. 3 different
don't know whether you call it amazing or crazy.
So what was the aha moment at that point in time for you?
So remember, it was all in the Philippines, and I was stationed in Singapore with 2 boys. So it turned out that I had more stress than the time I was in corporate, traveling back and forth in the Philippines, juggling with 3 businesses and with my 2 toddlers back then. And so within 3 years, I decided to one by one close my businesses. I was bleeding cash, and so I had to make a quick decision to stop it. And the aha moment or the learnings I have had in that experience of mine was I was just going after what's profitable, what's a business, profitable business from what my friends or my relatives would have told me. So there was a lack of understanding on the business value proposition. So there was no alignment with what I value in life, Elaine, and as well as my talents and abilities. So I was just driven by profit. So what's a good business to do? Where can I get more money? So that was the underlying principle for my decision to go for which business. So that was for me the first lesson. The second one is there's lack of focus and control. You have heard that I was doing so many things at the same time. There's so many things on my plate, and I was too ambitious to be doing so many things at the same time. So I realized that when you're starting to do a business or in fact any endeavor for that moment, it's very important to have focus and control as well, so that you don't get unnecessary stress. The last one is I didn't have really a proper mentor to guide me in every step of the way of my business journey. So I was doing everything. I never realized that there's so many things you need to do. You need to do sales, marketing. You need to interview people, form a team together. You have to do the cash flow analysis as well, and finance, accounting, everything. Inventory. And without anyone guiding me, it was clearly a recipe for disaster.
Let's look at crossroad number 3, key insights. Gina shared her 3 learnings from the failures of her own businesses. First, profit was not a sustainable motivator. Gina said she lacked understanding of the business value proposition and that there was no alignment between the businesses and what she valued in life and what her talents and abilities were. Second, lack of focus and control due to so many things she was doing at the same time was very stressful. And third, Gina didn't have a proper mentor to guide her through her business journey. She did everything, which was a recipe for disaster. You learned many things along the way, right? What would you have done differently?
I would have done it differently. I would have had a better evaluation of which business that I would venture into. Look for whether it can harness my talents and my ability or my gifts, and whether it is aligned with the things that I value in life. I studied many successful entrepreneurs, both in the Philippines and in the world, and many of them are saying that they also have their own fair share of failures as well before they succeeded. So that for me was a very big inspiration that I am not alone.
You are not alone.
I'm in the
Definitely.
company of I'm in the company of other successful entrepreneurs as well. So I persevered and I picked up all or as much lessons that I can from those failures that I have had before.
And that's the most important, right?
Yeah,
It is. So
you
where are you
also
now, Gina?
yeah. So
Now that you have done that, where are you now in the new path or crossroad that you're facing?
yeah, I'm very blessed because with God's grace, I was led into another business opportunity over here in Singapore, a company called Avita, which was introduced to me by my good friend, armed with all the lessons I have learned from my other past business ventures. I would say I have made an evaluation. I have made my own judgment and decisions on whether this is something I really want to pursue full time and whether it is aligned with my mission in life or with my purpose, as well as whether I can maximize the use of my gifts and talents with this particular pursuit. And so I did that, and it has been 6 years now since I have started in Avita, and I never look back. Now I am leading a regional team of distributors from all walks of life in the region, and it's amazing how I'm mentoring and coaching doctors, engineers, business people, homemakers from different walks of life.
Yeah.
And I'm training, coaching, and mentoring them every step of the way. So I find a lot of fulfillment of that. I can also use the experiences I have had back in my HR days, motivating people, making them realize that anything is possible as long as they stay focused on their dreams and then maximize their gifts and talents.
Wow.
So for me, that was very fulfilling. And like you, I have seen your Empower Bites the other day. I realize when you are aligned with your mission and you are in your element, no matter how much stressful activities you will have, you find fulfillment and satisfaction in it. So I think I'm in that situation at the moment with God's grace.
Amen. I just can't stop smiling,
Me
listening
too.
to you, Gina. Very inspiring, very empowering. And I'm just so happy for you where you are right now. So I guess the next question is where to from here? Where do you see yourself going from here?
That's the beauty of it, because once you find something that is worth pursuing and worth doing or spending your time with, there's no retirement on that, Elaine. For me, is I see myself doing this for as long as I can, and to grow this as big as I can as well. So I'm looking into beyond Philippines and Singapore. I really wanted to make an impact to a lot of people in the region, and to expand into other territories. For me, that's going to be my lifelong mission. To remember in my mission statement back then, 10 years ago, to lead and make myself available and nourish relationships for my loved ones and my co-workers. That was my mission back then, 10 years ago.
From 10
and
years,
it was
I'm still living that.
yeah,
And
and until
will
now,
continue to live.
yeah, and until now it's still that. So moving forward is to really build a legacy on that, nurturing the next generations. And I'm very thankful that you have been a big part of that, Elaine.
I'm
And really that
thankful.
mentoring session, Women at Work, and with Power in You, for those who are in the crossroads at the moment, like where I am 10 years ago, I would highly recommend that you go for that, because just by us alone, sometimes it's very difficult to have that enough perspective to make the right choices and empowering decisions. But when you have successful mentors and mentors who could really guide you properly, then
You've gone through your journey for the last 10 years or so. Very empowering journey. You came out empowered, and you continue to inspire, motivate, and live the mission that you have defined, the purpose that you have defined in your life. Moving forward, of course, today and moving forward, I wish you endless blessings moving forward. Thank you, Gina. Thank you very much.